Okay, y'all. This is a pretty good start off for me never wanting to show my bare skin. Since I've already put some on, I'm just going to show you a little bit. You only get a little bit of my skin, what it looks like without makeup. Here's just a little bit. Now, this is actually the nicer side. So just imagine how horrible this side is. So over here on this area, you can kind of see a little bit of the sun damage, which is the one that looks blotchy, kind of like a slap of darkness there, and more down here. But these are all old acne scars, and they're like old acne scars. So super hyperpigmentation, because any scar that I get, that's how dark it goes, and it takes a very long time for it to go away. Last year for Thanksgiving, I burnt myself on this arm. I don't know how long you've been following me, but I didn't burn myself, but I had some splashes of the oil from something that I was cooking splash my hand, and you could still see all the dark spots from those splashes. So that's just to kind of show you a little bit. So just imagine this 10 times worse all over the rest of my face. That is why I will never, y'all know what I was gonna say, so I'm not even gonna finish that. But anyways, I'm gonna show you what I'm using right now to put on. So for my primer, I did use the base tape, which is from Tarte. I use that for primer, but this has no silicone in it. And I don't know if you knew this, but if it's silicone-y, if it's thick, kind of like the Smashbox primer, or like the new one that we just received from Marabella, if it looks goopy, kind of like a gel, and it's thick, kind of like this, you see how it just sits there? It's just a gel right there, that dot. That's gonna fill in your pores very nicely. This does not do that much, so I just want to go ahead and use it up because it's been sitting in my makeup area and it's gonna end up expiring. So today I'm not going anywhere, so I'll be home all day today. I'm not working today. I've asked off for today, so I will be trying to upload a couple of videos. I do have 2 boxes that I want to upload right now, but first I'll do this really quick. Get ready with me. I'll be using the Derma Blend, which is what I use for all over my face. This Derma Blend is like a clay. So I know I can go overboard with my makeup, I know, but if I don't, I feel like those dark spots show a whole lot on my face. And I'm not about that life, and y'all know it. So I have to conceal them as much as I can. I do use a Juno sponge, so I'm gonna wet the sponge. Y'all, do you ever see those commercials like on Instagram or even on YouTube that pop up of like new devices and stuff that people are using? So I bought this washing machine. It's a little bitty tiny washing machine to wash your beauty blenders. And it actually does an okay job. I mean, if you really want your beauty blender to be washed really well, you can start off with this and then go to your sink and squeeze it and then do one more wash just with your hand. But this was a pretty neat, this was a pretty neat, I think I paid like maybe $4 for it. Y'all know I do eBay. So yeah, so look into it, and what it does, you just click this button and the inside spins. So you're not supposed to fill it all the way up with water. You're only supposed to fill it out to halfway. Put a little bit of soap in there, and the best soap for it, I think, is dish soap, because it knocks off all the grease, which is what ends up in your beauty blender. So but again, since I've been using the Juno Beauty Blender, not a lot of the product goes on to my blender, which is amazing, because the actual real true beauty blender, those suck up a lot of your product. So this is what I'm using now, just the Juno Beauty Blender. What I like to do you'll see that the color doesn't match, but as soon as I put in the other shades, because I have several shades. So right now, for all over my face, I'm using the Chroma Cover and the Chroma 2 1/4 Warm Beige. So this is the cover cream for that. Then I'm gonna use a lighter one. Which one do I use? No. This one has to be, yeah. So I'm gonna use a lighter one, which is the Chroma 0 Pale Ivory for under my eyes. I had already put a tiny bit of it on. And just the bridge of my nose. Just kind of that area that you don't want to be too bronzed. And then I go in with the really dark one. So this is almost like a chocolate color. So I try to go with the darkest one that I have, which is this one. This is Chroma 5 1/2 Golden Brown to contour. So I'll just do like this. I'll put a little bit up at top here, down the sides of my nose, a little bit under my lip and under my chin. So you see how I went there, 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 and then down here, right across there, and under my lip a little bit. Then I start blending out the lightest shades first. So I'll start off with under eye. So I go under eye, and I'm using this side of the sponge. I go under eye with the same one I use over the lid. Then I do the same with this one, under eye, go over the lid. Then I just go over the light spots that I did put on right there on the bridge of my nose, right on the middle of my forehead right there, on top of my lip, the chin area, just those areas. Now I'm gonna blend the rest of the middle color, not the dark spots that are contouring, but the other spots. So I'm gonna flip this over, because you know you have the really light color on that other side, and just kind of go over it, just to kind of push in that makeup to make it stay, and just try not to touch any of the contouring makeup. Again, I am no professional, you guys. This is a disclaimer. I am not a professional. I'm just showing you the little tips and tricks that I use that have worked for me. Nothing, I've never gone to school for this, nothing. So if you follow along, I'm honored, but at the same time, baby, do you, because I'm no professional. Then for the contouring spots, I'll use the bottom part. So I'll go like this. Don't worry if it gets in your hairline. I clean it off with the towel, and just when I'm done with it all, because the powder ends up on the powder always ends up on the hairline. Alright, I'm gonna quickly finish blending this in. So can you kind of see how this is a little bit bronzed? The sides of the nose and the tip of the nose. Okay, so my phone rang, sorry about that. And then the freaking birds are going crazy again because they haven't been let out yet. But I'm working on my eyebrow. I'm using the Goddess palette by Manicadar. These birds, they're gonna drive me crazy. So I use this type of brush for my eyebrows because my eyebrows are pretty thick. So I don't use the normal little itty bitty, like this type of, I don't use that type. I use this fat one that's fluffy. It's a smudger brush. It's a smudger brush actually, but I'm using this because my eyebrows are thicker, and really all I'm doing is smudging product onto the eyebrow that I already have. So that's that. So I have my eyebrows done. Then I'm gonna use my Park Princess palette by Tarte. It has all these bronzer shades, and that's what I'm gonna use to bronze up a little bit more of those areas that I did bronze with the dark colors of my Dermablend. So I use all of them. So I just kind of go like this all over it. And I'm just going down those same spots. I kind of pinch this a little bit like this so that I could do my nose area, because that's enough bronzer for the face. Now I'm gonna get a clean brush, semi-clean, and I'm gonna grab some of the white powder, the Halo and Enhance. I did not know I was already running out of that. And I'm just gonna go where the lighter areas are supposed to be. They're working on our street still, and the noise that the machinery is doing out there is getting the birds too excited. I don't know if it bothers them or if they just get excited. That's enough from this palette. Put it up. I'm so scared these are gonna fall because they're like, I have a mess up here, y'all, with palettes. I did receive a message from my Beauty Box because I did ask to receive the Artisan palette, but they didn't. They sent me the Saffron palette, and they did send me an email telling me that somehow or other the Saffron palette was the palette that I chose, and I don't understand how that could be because I was 100% sure that's not the one I chose. So they're basically telling me they're not gonna send me the other palette, which, oh well. I'm gonna try the Sassy Sienna palette. I was gonna put this in a giveaway, but I wanna try these shades that I have not tried before. It's very pretty. Dose of Color does have this beautiful, just beautiful pigmentation. I really, really love Dose of Color shadows. I have about 2 or 3 palettes of Dose of Colors, but it's not from this set. So I'm just looking for a fluffy brush that's somewhat clean. So I'm gonna use this fluffy brush. It's dual-ended, so it has this one on this end, this on this end. And I'm gonna start off with the lightest color there. That's a lot of fallout. It's a ton of fallout. So, oh yeah, she pigmented, baby. She pigmented. So, there's that. Transition down. Yeah, she's very pigmented. And if I mess up or if I have fallout on my face, I'll clean that up before applying anything else, so I don't have too many, or so I don't have smears everywhere. So I don't like going all the way over here with my eyeshadow, because in this area I like to put the lighter shades to kind of give myself more of an open eye look, like a bright eye. It makes it look like you just nice and awake. That is real pigmentation, yo. Oh my gosh. I was just gonna use this as a transition, but I think this is gonna have to be my, let's see. Let's see. These are very fall colors. They really are. I'm gonna go now to this one that's a little bit deeper. It's a little bit darker, not deeper. And I'm gonna lay that right just there. I think I'm gonna go even a little bit darker. I don't think that's dark enough. I placed a little bit of that brown, the dark brown here. I placed a little bit of that dark brown right here. And now I'm just buffing it out. Boy, that color stays on. It doesn't really wanna move. Do you see it? This brown would make a beautiful eyeliner because it stays. It's very deep and it stays put where you put it. Where you place it, it stays. So I'm trying to diffuse it a little bit there, buffing it around, but it's kind of just staying. It's not really blending out very well. So I think this one would make a great eyeliner because it stays on very well. That's enough of that. So now I'm just gonna go down a little bit and deepen this here. I kid y'all not. They have been working on our street for 2 freaking years now, it seems like. It's been longer than a year for sure. Nowhere to park. We have a very, I don't want to call him an ugly name. We have a very special neighbor there, where he has enough room for people to park in front of his yard. Not on his yard, but in front of his house. And he will block the entire area so nobody parks there. Don't you just love people like that? Anyway, now I'm gonna go in and finish up this look with this brown. I don't know how I feel about this yet, y'all. I don't have a light shade to use as a highlight on the inner sides of my eyes. So I'm gonna open up this Leopardina. And I'm gonna use one of these. I think I'll use either this one or this one for the inner side of my eyes. For the inner corner of my eye. That looks messy, but give me a minute. I love playing with makeup. So my daughter, my youngest daughter right now is in high school, so she's at school right now. My second to oldest daughter she's at work right now, I believe. And my son, I think he's also at work. So everybody is either at work or at school. So that's it. That's gonna be it for the eyes. I wanted to put a little bit of a shimmer somewhere, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Oh, let me put a little bit on the tear duct. There, and just do a little bit on the tear duct. And for that, I'm using this white one here from the Leopardina eyeshadow palette that I opened up yesterday on my channel from what box was that? The Box. That's where we got this one from. Now, I'm just gonna put a little bit of that highlight with the same brush, the same highlight, this one here from Leopardina. I'm gonna put a little bit of that right there. I'm trying to, you know, get it everywhere, and it doesn't want to do it. It just kind of stays where I place it the very first time. Anyway. My friend was telling me that they're having such a hard time with their daughter when she's 15. I'm like, I know. I have a 15-year-old right now, and Lord Jesus, How I'm not in prison yet, only God knows. But that kid right there, OMG. I'm sure a few of you know what I'm talking about. So I'm not liking the bronzer too much for some reason today. Maybe I used too much. I don't know. Every day is different. So I am going to use the Warmth by Bare Minerals to bronze up a little bit more. I don't like how bronzy the bronziness that came out of this. Look, Bare Minerals. I'll use either my Too Faced bronzer that looks like this and smells like chocolate, or I'll use my Estee Lauder other bronzer that looks like this, and this is the Bear's bronzer. It looks like that. Since I received the Park Princess palette, I've been using that as a bronzer. But my favorites are the Bare Mineral Warmth and the Estee Lauder and the Too Faced one. So today I'm gonna add a little bit of the bronzy, today I'm gonna add a little bit of the Bare Mineral Warmth. I'm just gonna use a fluffy brush like this. I put a little bit on the top there, and you don't need too much with this because it is so good. It goes on pretty quick. See, you can already see where it's already bronzing. Once I add the blush, the look comes a little bit more together. So for blush, I'm gonna go with the Ipsy by Betty Boop. I'm gonna use this last color here. Because the other ones have shimmer in them, and I have a lot of like scarring that's healing right now on my face, and when I wear shimmer and I have the scarring going on my face, it's more pronounced. So right now I won't be wearing highlight or shimmer. Trying not to do much highlight or shimmer. Went a little ham on the nose, but that's okay. I think for eyeliner, I'm gonna go back in this Sassy Sienna in just a minute. First, I'm gonna tight line with my Urban Decay 24/7 black eyeliner in Perversion. To tight line, I just kind of close my eye on the pencil and just kind of go across so that it could get both the top and the bottom. That's on. And it's just in the water lines, top and bottom. Now I'm gonna grab a small brush for eyeliner. So I'll use this one that's meant for eyebrows. And I'm gonna dip into this dark brown. So what I like to do is I like to dip this in a little bit of water. So put a little bit of water in my hand. Dip it in water. Now dip it in the brown. And I'm just gonna do my upper eyeliner with that. See what I mean? It's so pigmented. My cousins are having a Halloween party at their house Thursday. They're wanting my husband and I to come out and scare the big kids because we usually do something for Halloween every year. Because everybody here in my house is all about Halloween time. So we're usually that house. This past year, I don't think we did anything crazy. But now I'm doing the bottom outer lid. And I'm just still using the same brown. And a little bit of the black Perversion from Urban Decay leaked out of the waterline. So I'm smudging it in with the brown. And it looks so nice when you do that because it makes it look just smoky and smudgy. Now, I just gotta find a mascara. I tried this Trestique Again mascara yesterday, and I kind of liked it. The way that I use it is I cleaned it off because it comes off very wet. So I just grabbed a little napkin and I cleaned it off a little bit. I know I'm losing product doing that, but that's the only way that I really did like the formula. So I'm gonna use this again today. Now, I didn't notice it lengthening, but it did give it more volume. And this is the Trestique, what is this? Trestique. All it says is Trestique. So it's the one that has the funky thing for you to do your lashes, for you to crimp your lashes with. I don't understand how anybody can crimp their lashes with that, because you would only be able to crimp like a third of your lashes because they don't fit in there because it's so small. So I myself do not have possession of that gift to be able to do that. I say it's a gift because you would really have to be gifted to be able to crimp your lashes in this little itty bitty thing. You see, it only covers like a third of my lashes. So what I did like about it, like I said, was that it does give my lashes a lot of volume, and it doesn't clump them up. I used it for both my top and my bottom lashes, and I liked it. A lot of times I end up using a different bottom lash mascara, but this one did pretty good, both top and bottom yesterday, so I'm gonna use the same one. I'll do one more coat in just a little bit. These birds are gonna drive me nuts. What else? So we're done with the eyes. We just need a little bit more mascara, but I'm gonna let that dry a little bit. Shush! Birds! Shush, birds. Lipstick. I'm gonna use for lipstick from the Glam Light lipstick. And this is, I don't know what shade, because there's no shade on here. It doesn't give a name of a shade. This is a cute little lipstick though, because it does have a little mirror on it. This color matches the eye look. Now I'm gonna finish it up with the coconut setting spray from Gerard Cosmetics. I got this for like $12 a couple of days ago on the Gerard Cosmetics website. I don't know what's wrong with those birds. They're crazy. Oh, it smells so good. Smells like pina coladas. Gosh, that smells delicious. What is I gonna do? Oh, second coat of mascara. Y'all, I was using the Grande MD Lash Serum. I used it for about 4 months because I was reviewing their entire line, and it did make my lashes like extremely long, and they were like all growing wonky there the 4th month. They were all growing, like a couple of them would grow really, really long and some would stay really, really short. And then I went through and I ended up getting so frustrated because every time I would do mascara on one side, it would be so like long and nice, and then on a couple of them would be like empty spots because they would be so short, that I just went through and trimmed all of my lashes. So I trimmed them really short, and so they're now growing back again, and they're growing back a lot better. And I started using the Grande Lash MD Serum again. But I still haven't seen any results from the second round that I started using. I just started using it, so it does take a little bit for you to be able to see the difference. That's it. that's the finished look. So what I was doing, I was straightening my hair a little while ago. And all I'm doing is just straightening my hair. I don't normally straighten my hair, but I wanted to do a different look with my hair today. So I think I'm gonna straighten my hair and then I'm gonna go through and actually curl it again. I know that sounds crazy. But if you try to curl your hair when your hair is already curly, you get really wonky curls. So nobody does that. And then remember I told you I would clean it off with a towel, so this is what I do. This is my makeup towel that I use. Then I just go through and I just clean off the makeup. Just a little bit at a time like that. Kind of just wiping off the makeup that might have. And that's it. This is the ending look. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you have any of these products? Do you try any of these products? What are your favorite shades? What are your favorite colors? Especially right now, it being October. Is this something that you would wear out? Let me know your thoughts. I love for you to share your information with me so that we can learn from each other. That's everything for today, you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I will see you guys in my next unboxing, or get ready with me. Goodbye.